I was called into the office, and he said, get on my lap, close the door, get on my lap.
He was only 8 years old when he says his school principal violated him in the worst possible way. Joel Engelman remembers it vividly.
He would caress me, caress my shoulders, and every now and then he would work his way down. This would go on for about 15 minutes. Then he would make me promise that you wouldn't tell your parents about this, would you?
It was a rabbi at his school, one of many men Engelman says would sexually abuse him throughout his life, something he claims is commonplace in the ultra-Orthodox community, and the reason he says he left his Jewish roots. Now this New York Hasidic community gears up for the case of NUCHEM Weberman, a prominent spiritual counselor who's charged with abusing a young girl.
So we're just hoping and praying that this case will prove a point.
Rabbi NUCHEM ROSENBERG has been shunned in his community for speaking out about sexual abuse against children. He says the close nature of the community is a strength, but a curse for those abused.
The fact that it's so closely knit has a very big problem of coming out.
There are about 250,000 ultra-Orthodox Jews living in Brooklyn, the largest community outside of Israel. They've isolated themselves from outsiders. They have their own schools, police, and court system. That isolation makes it hard for prosecutors.
The community is so insular, so closed, that the abuse often was had in a yeshiva school or in a synagogue. And within days, the victim would be identified, and then there would be this intimidation and harassment and threats, and lead to the abandonment of the case.
But District Attorney HYNES' critics say he isn't doing enough and is too close to powerful rabbis. Although he no longer lives in the Hasidic community, Engelman is acutely aware of what happens if you snitch. And as the Hasidic community rallies around Weberman and ostracizes his accuser, victims like Engelman watch closely to see if it's possible for things to change.
As long as the environment in the community is that to protect the abuser and to immediately doubt and threaten the victim, this is just going to keep going on.
In Brooklyn, New York, Bonnie Ghosh, Associated Press.